Hello everybody and Happy New Year to you all. So we're just going to do a little introduction to lambing, and I just want to talk about our two sheep who are heavily pregnant and due to lamb any time in the next couple of weeks. So we have two ewes and no ram, because there's no point in us having a ram for 2 ewes. So our sheep go to our neighbour's farm. He has about 40 ewes and a couple of rams, but they're not crosses like Elsie is a crosses, cross. So our lambs won't be as beautifully marked as she is, but that doesn't matter to us. All lambs are pretty. So they go to the ram for about 6 weeks in August. And why do we put our sheep to the ram in August? Well, we're in France and lambing tends to be in January, because when we get to the middle of the summer, the grass starts to die off and there's no real goodness out here for them. So we would have to feed them if we had lambs in March or April like you do in the UK. So ours are born in January and they'll have grass up until about the end of June. And then we need to think about whether we're going to have them as meat lambs or if we're going to keep any, and we haven't decided this year. It will depend on whether we get females, and it will also depend on the weather in the summer. So what do we need to have to prepare us for lambing? So we've got a nice little shed and it's pretty weatherproof and windtight. And I also need to have, just in case of emergencies, a bottle with a teat, some iodine to apply to the navels of the lambs when they're born. And Doris walking up here. Hello, Doris. And we also need some replacement lamb milk, just in case we have a ewe that doesn't want to feed, or in case the ewe doesn't have enough milk, which will depend on whether we have singles or doubles. We'll never really get trebles with this breed of sheep. So even though they are crosses, we've just got to be prepared. So having the vet's number on speed dial, just in case we have to have a caesarean or whatever. But I've done lambing now, for at least the last 15 years. So I'm pretty kind of sure of what I'm doing, and the vet is always a last sort of port of call. But it's always handy to have these things. So lamb replacement milk, a bottle with a teat, and the vet's number, bottle of iodine, and we're basically ready to go. The gestation period for sheep is about an average of 147 days, and we took our ewes to our neighbour's rams on August the 9th. So we've worked out that any time now could be the optimum period for lambing, although it's not exact. They might not catch on the first estrus cycle. So we could be waiting another couple of weeks, but as you can see, they're getting quite big now. Here's Elsie lying down, and you can see how wide she is across the way. Now, we don't think Doris is as far on, although it could be that Doris is just carrying a single. We don't scan here, so we have absolutely no idea. But I would say, because Elsie's mum last gave birth to twins, so I would say she's probably got two in her, but we'll need to wait and see. So we'll just keep an eye on that. What other signs am I looking for? Well, lambing isn't imminent. And I can see that because when Elsie's up and about, she's not pawing the ground. She's not got a full udder yet. And although her teats are developing, we're probably not going to expect lambs for the next few days anyway. But there's nothing exact. It's not an exact science. So at night, we're bringing them in so that they're in a confined place, which is a lot easier for us to lamb sheep in. And it also, the shed that we have has got light in it, so it's an awful lot easier just to walk down there, pop the light on, just check that everybody's quite happy. And as we progress with lambing, I'll make some more videos and show you what lambing looks like when they're lambing. Hi everybody, I just want to show you what our setup is for lambing here this year. So this is our shed, which offers nice protection against the elements. You can see that we have a gate that it's quite difficult to explain, but this works really well. So when that is shut like that, the sheep can go out into the field. If I want to keep the sheep in the field, if I'm cleaning, I can just put that down there, right, and then I've got access for cleaning. But what we're going to do, because we've heard foxes at night and I want to do lambing in here, so we're going to bring the sheep in when it gets to dusk, so they will come for the bucket of food, which is over there, and they've got water and hay in here. So, and there is a light up there, so I can put the light on and see what is happening. When I think lambing is imminent, they will be moved through to the interior bit. So this is the interior bit where I'm hoping that lambing is going to happen. So you can see that there's a light on in here. And we've bedded it up nice and clean. This is why I'm closing this door off at the moment, because I don't want them to come in and fill this up. There is a big window that they can get light during the day, and this is a stable door. John's actually cut this door so it splits into two, and that way if we need to keep sheep and lambs in here, they'll be nice and warm and cosy. Come on, girls! Come on! Sheep, sheep! And here they come. Right, so the plan is that they are going to get called down every evening about this time, and then that means, oops a daisy, that they can get shut in like that. So they've got shelter. It's not dark enough to put the light on. And we'll check on them later. Right, ladies, you have to share. Oh. Well, they're asking me how far away they are. So they went to the ram on the 9th of August, but we have no idea when he covered them, but we know that they're pregnant because, never mind that water, they are quite round. They look as if they've got a beach ball in their belly at the moment. And the teats are beginning to lengthen. The udder isn't fattening up yet. But if we go by, don't eat that. If we go by 9th of August as a starting point, then 3rd of January is the first date that we'll have lambing. But I will be checking their back end to see how we're progressing, because the vulva should soften and get pinker, and the udders should start to fill. So More updates as they come.
As you can see, I'm back inside now and I'm putting this video together for YouTube. Now, we don't know when lambings happen, but we don't want you to miss out. So like this video, hit the subscribe button and keep up to date with our daily lambing blog. We can't wait to share the lambs with you. It's such an exciting time. So keep watching.